Hey guys, German Name 1990 here once again. I'm sure a lot of you folks must be thinking, what's with the two $500 spaces next to each other on my Wheel of Fortune model? Well, I will explain to you what that's all about. when I designed my wheel templates a couple years, about a year and a half ago for this model, I designed them to be used. I designed them so that they could be interchangeable with the layouts that I designed back in the late summer of 2015, with the layouts used from early 2015 and the year before. But what does that have to do with in early 2014? In 2014, this yellow spot was worth $500. That was actually the location of the double play. Now the double play rests on this purple $500 space, which was previously worth $400 in 2014. But yeah, I can still make this space worth $100. Now in 2014, the smallest dollar value was $300 throughout the entire game, but now I designed it where the smallest value for round 1 is 100, smallest for round 2 is 200, smallest for round 3 is 300, and then top dollar value, the smallest dollar value for round 4 is 500. But previously it used to be $300 throughout the entire game, $500 being the minimum throughout the game on specials, although I no longer do those. But why can't I just place a $500 space on a $100 space? Well, that's for the sake of liftables. In fact, here's one of my other templates that I use. As you can see here, two $500 spaces next to each other. Just so I can do the sake of liftables. What the last thing I want to do is have two wedges at a time on top of a third wedge. I don't need that. So, yeah. I don't want someone to spin up the surprise wedge and then lift it up, and instead of seeing a $500 space, they see, wait a minute, $700? So why don't I get $700 per consonant? That's one of the problems, but I want it to be interchangeable, so if need be, on some episode, for my current wheel layout, I can put 700 on top of it, but if I want to use my old layout for some reason, I'll put the surprise on there instead, so that I don't have to deal with multiple wedges, multiple liftables on one wedge. So that's part of the reason why 500 is here. And in fact, you can see it here on my round 4 template, right next to this blue 500. It's currently worth $550, but in case I want to do a episode with my old layout, then that 500 will be there, and that'll be the location of the wild card in round number 4. No, the wild card. Yeah, I meant the double play. Yeah. Now that has not been the only update I've been making to my wheel layout. I have inserted all the foam blocks to the bottom of my wheel model, so I'm not going to have any more problems with nails. Let me put this away. I have inserted them all, but that's not the only update I'm doing. I've been making a lot of prize wedges. I've yet to laminate any of these, but I'm going to show you some of them. Here's my old green prize wedge. And prior to then, the prize could be just about anything. Promise you it won't be a zonk, as what Let's Make a Deal calls it. It won't be a clunk, as what Jeff Edwards' Treasure Hunt called it. It's always going to be something nice. But it was actually inspired by the design used. Although it's a much darker green, it was inspired by the lime green color that the show used back in 1994, 1995. But then I updated the prize wedge. The color scheme was inspired by the prize wedge used back in season 14, specifically late 1996. Those prize wedges were kind of a dark gold, almost bronze type of coloring with green lettering. Well, I vice versa'd it all. Instead of being bronze with green emerald letters, it's actually emerald with bronze letters. So that's how it is there. But there's other types of prize wedges, prizes that I'll be offering through this thing. This will be used for like a lot of gifts and trinkets and collections and whatnot. For trips, I have a trip wedge. That'll offer trips. So really something, a nice little, so it can offer trips to Greece, China, Greece, the Orient, Australia, wherever. But just note, these wedges will not offer cruises, and I'll get to why in a moment. But I also have a wedge that'll offer vehicles. This is one that's going to offer a car. As you can notice, it's styled similarly to the $1 million wedge, and here's why. Cars are more expensive, and as a result, I don't want to give away so many cars so easily. And besides, they're expensive, and on top of that, they can lead to a runaway total. So what I did, I styled them just like the $1 million wedge. Only if you're one peg off, you won't go bankrupt. You'll simply go for $500 per consonant. The two side $500 spaces will act like regular $500 spaces, but you will not be able to lift them up. The only way you can lift them up is if you land on the sweet silver spot, in this case at least. Call the letter and the wedge is yours, and you still have to solve the puzzle to earn it. So I am going to print out some reverse sides for this. So yeah. So I wanted to make it more difficult to win, since I don't want to give so many cars away so easily, and considering that they could build up runaway totals. So that's how it is styled. So just land in the sweet center spot, call the letter to pick it up. You will get $500 per occurrence, in addition to the wedge. So if you pick that up. So, yeah. Now, as I said just a few moments ago, I said my trip wedge would not offer cruises, and the reason for that is you can imagine, I designed a wedge specifically for cruises. They could be cruises to the Caribbean, cruises to the Mediterranean, cruises to the Orient, wherever. And I did this drawing by myself, and I scanned it in, put it in my computer, and put the word cruise on top. So yeah, the reason why I wanted a special wedge that offered cruises was because I wanted a ship to grace the face of this wedge. But not just any old ship. The ship that you see here is the famed American ocean liner SS United States. She is the last of the American liners, and I thought I'd use this video to raise awareness that the ship is in Philadelphia. She's trying to find new life, hopefully as a floating attraction. You have the RMS Queen Mary in Long Beach, California. She is currently a hotel and a maritime museum. The thing is, she is a British liner. The SS United States, 100% American. And there is a conservancy trying to keep the SS United States going, so she could possibly be the Eastern Coast counterpart of the Queen Mary. I am trying to save up for a trip to Philadelphia to see this iconic ship, and once I do that, I'll certainly raise some more awareness. I'll let you guys know how it went. So that's what I'm hoping to do for spring break, provided my boss will give me some time off. Go to Philadelphia to see the SS United States before something happens. I'm sure she'll still be in her pier by then, but thought I'd use this to raise awareness. Now, for those who want to donate to the SS United States Conservancy, I will tell you the website. It is ssusc.org. So ssusc.org, and there you can find information on how to donate and keep the last of the American liners going. All the other American liners have either been sunk or scrapped, so this is the last of them. Once she goes, there will be no more ocean liners. Really, America really doesn't have a lot of interest in ocean liners at this point. So this is the last of them. We'd like to keep her going. I've had a lot of other stuff going on. For example, now I showed you in my last video that I have the puzzle board from the Disney edition. The puzzle board from the Disney edition board game from 2008. Just the other day, came in the mail. I have the puzzle board from the 2010 Deluxe edition. As you can see, they're in different colors. The Disney edition is blue. The second Deluxe edition is purple, and it does came with the border, so I can certainly put this on both of these boards. I tried putting this border on the fourth edition, and it just didn't work out. And I tried the border that came in the fourth edition on both of these boards likewise, and it just didn't work out. So, but I still have the but yeah, let me show you. I got proof, or it didn't happen. So yeah, that's the box. It was a lot smaller than I was expecting it to be when I got it. So yeah. But so yeah. And I got the spinner used in the second edition board game. The problem is the flipper broke off earlier today. That's where I house it. I used instead now I use a paper made spinner, and I just spun up 450. I also got this earlier this week. I'm also planning to make a spinner out of it. One of my friends got himself one of these, and he made it, and he decorated to look similar to the wheel used on Wheel of Fortune. Let me spin this. Oh, I could certainly use this for a nice zoom in effect. Let's try that again. I gotta do that. Yeah, very something. Now, to kind of end it off, I want to show you some of the my gaming systems have. I got a nice little update to my gaming systems. My Model 1 Genesis with the power base converter, I still have that. I'm trying to put it back somewhere, but it has a pretty big power adapter, big AC adapter, and I have a nice really big, power strip, but it can only handle so many AC cords at once. So I just thought I'd let you know I still have it with me. I'm not going to get rid of it at all, but it's somewhere now where it won't interfere with anything. Nothing will interfere with it. But why would I put it there when I didn't get any more systems? Well, the thing is, I did get another system. I got a PlayStation 4 Pro for Christmas. My brother I got a couple games for my brother. He enjoys the games. Right now I don't have any games for the PS4 that I could enjoy, but that's going to change well before the year is over. I heard Sonic Mania is coming out, and I plan on getting it for the PlayStation 4. I did pre-order the collector's edition for the PC. It's going to come with a nice little Sonic statue, a Genesis cartridge look-alike, but it's going to be a download-only title. I do plan on buying just the regular version for the PS4. So, plan to buy it, download it. But yeah, when I ordered the collector's edition, I wanted to get it for a platform that I already own, so that's why I got the collector's edition for the PC, just to be on the safe side. But yeah, I plan to buy the regular edition for the PS4 as well. And here's the box that it came in. Yeah, spent $400 on it. I agreed to pay my mother $100 for it, so just to be on just to be fair. But I also want to show you, in addition to my PS4, I want to show you all my handheld systems. I have a Galaxy Purple Nintendo 3DS, and I have a blue Nerf casing for it. So I have the new one. Here's the C-Stick, just to show proof. I had a red one, but the screen cracked. I did have it repaired, but the 3D Death Slider no longer worked on it. So I decided to get a new one and transfer all my data to that. So that's what I did there. Right above it, I have a PlayStation Portable. I've had that now for just a little bit over 9 years. I got that back in Christmas of '07. I really don't use it all that much, except to play some of my favorite classic games on the go. Now some of you may know what this is. It's Tiger Electronics Game.com. A lot of people, I know this system ultimately didn't do well. Came out back in 1997. It was supposed to be Tiger Electronics' answer to the Game Boy. It ended up being a big flop. It even made the Angry Video Game Nerds top 10 worst video game consoles. It was number 9 on the list. The only reason why I got the Game.com, however, was because it had a Sonic Jam game and a Wheel of Fortune game for it. Wheel of Fortune, I think, was probably the best game for the Game.com, in my opinion. There was a second one that was released, but it's very hard to get your hands on. Wheel of Fortune 2 is, for the Game.com, is very difficult to get. It's probably not even, it's very expensive. It's probably not even worth it, because the only differences between the second one and the first one are the puzzles, the slightly different intro screens, and the contestant's avatar. So it's probably not worth the risk. So it's probably not worth it. Unless you're so set for life, you can waste money if you want. Now this blue system right here is a very, very coveted system. It's SNK's Neo Geo Pocket Color. I wanted one because I wanted to play Sonic Pocket Adventure for it. Well, I won an auction for it off of eBay about a couple of years ago. And it came with the game that I wanted, sure enough. So I have that with me as well. Finally, to end it off, I want a nice little Sega note. I have not one, but 2 Sega Game Gears. This one I owned. This one I got back in May of 2004. I certainly told you guys in my last video that this system is dead. Well, not entirely. I discovered that the power works, but nothing will show on the screen. But I got this one at a play and trade just a couple days before Christmas. I spent $80 on this, and I think this is probably worth it because it's a blue one. It's a very limited edition blue one, and I was very happy to get it. Now, when I came home and tried it, it wouldn't work with battery power, but it would work with AC power. So I went back to Play and Trade a week ago to explore my options. They said, we'll repair it for you at no cost since it's under warranty. So I said, you know what? I got nothing to lose. Let's go for it. So they repaired it, and everything works. And yes, I have the Wheel of Fortune game for it. I have the box. Yes, I have it. The cartridge is in the system. But yeah, so just wanted to show you guys. So yeah, like I said, I have just about every system that Sega has released in America. There's really only 2 exceptions that when it comes to Sega systems that I don't own. I don't have the SG-1000, and I know those go for a lot online. I checked an SG-1000 system. I checked the listing. It was like on eBay. It was like $800 for it. I was like, I'm not spending that kind of money just yet. And I know about the Sega Pico. That was a educational system that maybe someday I will get, just to have a nice little slice, and just having another nice little slice of Sega history. Plus, it has a couple interesting Sonic games as well. So, but yeah. But that's what I wanted to show you guys. I just wanted to make a nice little update video for that I just wanted to make a nice little video that was an update to my last one. Let's take these off. Take this puzzle board